Buongiorno everyone and welcome to the first match preview this season. I'm joined by Roobenstein. How are we doing, mate?
I am good. How are you?
Good stuff, mate. We've done a video on his channel, so the link will be in the description. Look towards the new season, going through pre-season, the signings, all of that. Lovely stuff.
Yeah,
so
something nice to
check
talk
that out.
about.
Aye, so what we're going to talk about in this channel is obviously the Premier League opener this Saturday against West Ham. It's been moved to an 8 o'clock kickoff.
It has.
A late one.
It
a
has.
late one there, thanks to Sky Sports. But thankfully, at least it means we can watch the game legally.
Yeah, well, I was a bit gutted actually, to be honest, when it came out. It was like, it's
Had
it's
its true sorted.
Yeah, it's not. No,
I'm going to pay for my Sky again.
I'm sure I could have found somewhere to watch it. But I was actually feeling, kind of get it on the telly, kind of celebrate it a little bit. When I seen it wasn't even on, I was like, oh, right, that's an exciting start. So, yeah, at least it's on the telly, it's late, but I'm sure we'll find somewhere to watch it.
I'm sure we'll go to pubs for now, where you're allowed, until next Monday when things are going up in the air again. But not politics, football. Football is back.
Well said.
Rob, Monday is the politics. Saturday is the football.
Yeah.
Premier League against West Ham. And I think if we had done this video last week, heading into the start of the season for Newcastle United, opinions, thoughts and feelings would have been a lot more negative, would they not?
Agreed. Well, I was joking earlier because we were planning on having a pint anyway last week.
Aye.
And we were too busy, so we left it till this week. I'm glad we did because I think we would have been a lot more upset about it. So yeah, I'm happy. As I say, just we mentioned it on my channel. Just the whole pre-season, just everything was just so doom and gloom. Everything that happened with the takeover, whatever, and then the pre-season losing against Middlesbrough 5-1. I'm thinking, oh my god, like just don't even bother starting it up,
Quitting YouTube.
Yeah, just
quitting being a football fan.
Yeah, just stop. But Monday has properly energised us in terms of just wanting to see football again and actually watching Newcastle in action. Something to look forward to seeing, and hopefully some goals for a change this weekend.
How surprised were you then when the likes of Callum Wilson, Jamal Lewis and Ryan Fraser have signed in the last 2 days? We've had 3 signings.
Pretty surprised, mate. As I say, like, I always watch football. I always keep an eye out on what's going on. And even when things aren't going great, I am still keeping up with what Newcastle are doing. But at the same time, it's not like back in the day of like we're linked with a player. Oh, like, who is it? Is he good? Let's look him up. What's going on? What's happened? Now it's we're linked with someone. All right, okay, well, that's someone else. So, to be honest, I've seen we were linked with Fraser. I know he's a good player. I've seen we're linked with Wilson. I'm thinking, well, that could be the goals. But at the same time, like everything else, just try not to think about it too much because that's how you get let down, don't you? Because that happens too often. So, yeah, Monday lunchtime, Wilson's announced. Wow. And then 5 hours later, Fraser's announced. I'm thinking this is going well. And then watching the England game before it started, and Lewis is announced as well. So yeah, it's not a bad 48 hours.
It's a good start of the week.
Yeah.
Can we round it off with a good end of the week though? The weekend against West Ham. I mean, we mentioned Callum Wilson there.
Yeah.
It's his favourite club to play against. Good news from the club today is that Wilson, Jeff Hendrick and Jamal Lewis will be in line to make their debuts for the Toon on Saturday. Unfortunately, Ryan Fraser is a bit behind on match fitness, so he won't feature unless he makes the bench at the best. But I mean, with those heading into West Ham, Wilson 7 goals in 8 games against West Ham United, including a hand of God.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, 3-3 on Boxing Day a couple of years ago.
Right.
He got a hand of God back post with his hand. So West Ham fans hate him. He loves West Ham. He mentioned his interview yesterday that he loves playing against West Ham. So hopefully he can come back and haunt them for them in a fixture that normally has a lot of goals. The game we won 3-2 last year.
We did. Yeah. I'm positive. As I say, if you'd asked me this question at the weekend before Monday, I really was not feeling it. I was basically saying, if we can grab a draw in the first game, at least it's a point on the board. But as you say, there's a lot more to be positive about now. As you say, Wilson, very good at scoring against West Ham. He's already spoken about it himself. Is it written in the stars for a dream debut? Like, that's what we're looking at here. I'm hoping it is.
Or big Andy Carroll with his first goal for Newcastle against his former side, who did get a couple in pre-season.
He did. Got one really good one as well. Yeah, I am hopeful. As I say, a point on the board I don't think is the worst result. Let's just get out there and do something. But secretly, deep down, I'm thinking, I think we can do it. Yeah.
I think I'm optimistic. I mean, I mentioned in yours about how bad of a pre-season West Ham have had as well in terms of they've got no debutants for them on the weekend.
Right.
No, one of the best young prospects in Dean Garner signed for West Brom for £18 million. Watch out for him. Really good winger, St. Maximin-esque, trickery skills. Obviously nowhere near Alan's level, but they let a great player go there, which the captain Ross Noble even angrily tweeted about.
Yeah.
So he's not happy with the way the club have been going. They've got Moisey there, who normally gets sacked in his second season. So there's not a lot to look forward to for West Ham fans apart from Newcastle. So going to the London Stadium where there won't be a bunch of angry cockneys behind the team.
Well, that's the thing as well, isn't it?
I fancy Newcastle, but then again, West Ham have still got some decent players. You look at Declan Rice now, who's a well-established England international. I'm surprised he hasn't gone.
Yeah.
You look at, I've always been a fan of Mikel Antonio. I think he's a handful. They've got some big signings that haven't really worked out too well, as well.
Yeah.
Up front and stuff, but
the thing is as well. I do always think the start of the season is a bit of a lottery, to be honest, for most games. Like, without talking about other games like Liverpool Leeds, like could be it could be an end-to-end clash, or Liverpool could thump them 4-0. Like no one really knows because no one's really seen it yet. It's been a very strange pre-season, and I think it's similar with us. I am very excited to see Wilson out on the pitch and hopefully scoring goals. But at the other end of the pitch, we've also got Dubravka injured and a bit of a shaky defence going on at the minute. So like it's a tough one to predict. As I say, I think you're right. I think it's going to be a bit of a slobber knocker. It'll be hopefully Wilson hat-trick. Hopefully they don't score as many as we do.
Which is entertaining. Score more than you concede. I mean, it is like, who's going to be fit? Centre back, obviously Florian Lejeune's linked with a move away today. Fabian Shaw's run down his contract, hasn't been the player that he once was. Hayden obviously had to feature at centre back in the last pre-season game. Yeah. Goalkeeper is my main worry. At least now we've got a striker that can score goals, but Dubravka being out. The good news is that he should be back in 4 weeks instead of what we initially thought was going to be about 8 or 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Darlow or Gillespie for you, who starts on Saturday?
I don't know. Again, when we brought Gillespie in, I thought this was like, we needed a third goalie, which is fine. Bring Gillespie in. I actually thought is Gillespie like the better second goalkeeper now, and Darlow will fill into third. But from what we've seen from pre-season, I think it's looking like it will be Darlow. And to be honest, I think it probably is a bit 50-50. So it's probably Darlow for me. To be honest, neither. But you know what, Darlow on his day, I think you said it. He's a good shot stopper. So hopefully he'll have a good game. He needs to. If Dubravka's out for 4 weeks, we're gonna need someone to have a good game.
Someone needs to step up. The thing with Gillespie, right, I'm never confident of saying someone from the SPL because Boom Song still gives us nightmares. But when we're saying to him, he was meant to be the next best thing.
That's true.
But with him being a local lad, he'll thrive, I think, in the Newcastle shirt and try and play out his skin. I think Darlow will start on Saturday, then they'll maybe look towards Gillespie next week against Blackburn in the Carabao Cup, because it's 2 games in the space of a short few days. So the fixtures are coming thick and fast. But West Ham on Saturday, I'm confident we can get the win. I'm confident we can score more goals than them if Wilson starts.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing. I wouldn't be against even picking up a draw at the start of the season just to get off the mark, get 1 point on the board is obviously better than none. But I think it's a great chance for Newcastle to go there and get 3 points with some tough fixtures coming up. If you think we've got the likes of Spurs and Man United, it's some bogey teams in Brighton and Burnley in the opening 5 fixtures. It's not going to be easy, is it?
I just think we never start the season well. So I'm also being slightly realistic, is that, can we just get a decent little run going? But the thing is, when we came out of lockdown, we came out like a bat out of hell and freaking beat everyone. Can whatever Brucey did over that lockdown period to get them riled up for those final few games, and we need it from day one this season. If we can play the way we did coming out of lockdown, we could be on to a winner here. As we say, West Ham, I think, it's no game in the Premier League is easy, but in terms of fixtures, it's not a bad one. And then coming into Brighton, second game, that's 2 decent games to start it up. So if we can come out with a 3-1 win at the weekend, and
based on match of the day,
and then try to get better than a draw against Brighton for a change.
Well, you say that, wouldn't you? 4 out of a possible 6 points would be decent. But I'm with you. I'm gonna go 3-2 Newcastle on Saturday, and I fancy Wilson and Carroll
Wow.
to get off the mark.
You get a decent bet on that one. Yeah.
Right, let's
Decent
have a look
odds
at
on that
now.
one.
Have a look at that now. Right, cheers for joining me, mate.
No, good to see you.
Check out Roobenstein, the link will be in the description. Make sure you pop your comments below. Who would you play against West Ham on Saturday, and what is the score going to be? Thanks for watching, everyone. Subscribe to my page, FanTV, and enjoy yourself.